Let's start a new game, and I play g4. It's a Grob's opening, and the opponent plays d5. D5. I takes my pawn. So playing now. We are playing now the Gambit variation, and in this case, the opponent made a very big mistake. b6. So I took the pawn. And now the problem is, if he takes my pawn, I will take with the bishop, and I will attack the knight or the pawn, and then king's pawn f7, or I will attack the rook. So he protects with the knight, and I still, if I take the pawn, so he will take with the bishop, and in that case I will not be able to gain anything. Or maybe I can, but I decided to play h3, and now check with the queen, and the opponent made a serious mistake. So if he protects with the knight, I would just take the rook, but now I take the queen, and he needs to recapture the queen with a rook, or with a knight, or with a king, most likely with a knight. And after that I will take the pawn and take the rook, or I will take the piece which will be on d7. So he captured with the knight, and after that I take the piece, and the opponent do the queenside castle, and I take the knight, and first of all I play knight f3, because this is a very important move. Now I can play d4 even. This automatically prevents knight e4, because I know this is a plan of the black, and I cannot play e3, because otherwise the black or the white bishop of black will play there. So now he check. I defended, and he returned back to d6. I think he wastes time on this check, and now I play knight c3. So my position is much better now than after I took a knight. So I need to be very careful. I shouldn't play e3 at the beginning. Before I play d4, I shouldn't play d3. Otherwise, some piece can stuck in my d3. Now I attack the pawn, and after he protects with the rook, I will exchange the knight. I will move back to e4, exchange the knight, exchange the bishop, if possible. And I will have very good position, because after exchange two pieces, I will just have an extra bishop or extra knight, and that's it. The opponent surrendered in this position, and in fact I understand him, because he got nothing from the opening and lost piece, so he can start a new game. So now interesting, so after e6 here, after e6 it's a mistake to, so I made it's a mistake to play queen b3. So the engine suggests queen a4. Yes, I forgot about that option, really, because now after he protects, I'll take the pawn, and can take the, so after he protects with the knight, I can take the pawn and take the bishop. Yes, this is very simple trick, and I forgot about this, and several times people played with me this e6 and I made such a mistake. I played queen b3, which is also okay, but if I play queen a4, it would be much better. But in my case, it's the mistake made by the opponent too. He plays b6 and open his rook for the bishop. Now the engine suggests to play e5, and actually I cannot play d6 because he will play c6 as well. But, so instead of e5, the black plays knight f6 and I play h3. Now the engine suggests knight c3 as a great move, and white would get an advantage. Why? Because after that it will be e4. But I made a check and it's a question mark, actually little question mark, because right now after knight defend, I take the pawn, bishop recapture, and I take the rook in this case. But actually the engine suggests again queen c3, knight c3. So you see this crazy opening. I cannot even win the rook in exchange of bishop, because in this case white will have not so good position. Means that one should be careful with the group opening. The most important is to have a good position in the center for the pieces during the whole game, instead of taking the pawn on b7 or this rook on a8. So let's return back. So the best suggestion by black is knight c3, but for white is knight c3, and black should play e5 in the end, and then it will be e4. And white would have nice position, plus 0.8. And the position is really nice. Black position is a little bit not good. Okay, let's go back. So I checked the king, and he made a serious mistake. He protected with the queen, and now when I take the pawn, he has a choice to lose the rook or the knight, and he chose the knight. So now I need to be careful when I develop my pieces, because if I play e3, so some piece will be there, so bishop will occupy the space on d3. So therefore I develop only d3, or I first of all develop the knights, and now I attack the f7, so he can protect f7 with a rook, and then I will play knight e4 to exchange bishop and knight and bishop, and then my position will be perfect. Okay, the engine suggests, the opponent already surrendered, but the engine suggests to develop like this. Okay, as I said, so the opponent already surrendered in this case, and you see after this moves I have a nice position. So finally I will overcome the problems of the development in that Grob's opening, because it's a main part, so to develop well, otherwise black would have an advantage anyway. So now we go back. So if I, for instance, if I play with e3 at the beginning, then the bishop will attack my diagonal around the king, and my king cannot move basically. And if the knight, okay, knight c3, so bishop moves back, and whatever. Oh, knight moved, bishop moves to d3. So if I play a3, so some piece would move to b3 immediately or very soon, because without a queen, the uh, the pawn structure is not stable. So we never play without a queen. But it turns out that if you start playing this position, so and you have no queen after all perturbations, you have no queen, and then you cannot play e3 in this case, so a3, because the position, the squares of d3 and b3 were controlled by the queen, and now nobody controls this position, and the opponent would destroy the white position like that. Okay, I hope you like this game. So it turns out that I played with a opponent who never played this opening before. Maybe it seems that he heard about this because he played correctly d5, takes the pawn with the bishop, but he didn't really know anything else about this opening, and this is why I won the game very fast. Actually, this is why I play this opening, because first of all it's a chance to practice, and second of all, if the player doesn't know what to do, I would have a chance to win. Therefore, I recommend this opening for practicing and playing with weak opponents in the tournaments or in blitz games. I hope you like this video. See you next time. Bye bye.